Hello, everyone. Hello. Good evening. It's me, Naita. Hello there. How's everyone? I know I've been gone for 2 weeks. I've had a lot going on, and we'll talk about it in just a moment. But look, come on in. Come on in. Share this link. We have a great topic tonight, and we're going to talk about what are those things that discourage you or prevent you from accomplishing your goals? So let's talk about it tonight. So, look, welcome to Reflections. Reflections is supposed to be our weekly discussion for career minded women. And it is a part of my Fight to Smile brand. Fight to Smile is a campaign for women, and it targets women who are career minded, who have goals, who have dreams, who are working, who are fighting, who are leaders, who are just movers and shakers, and those who are trying to do things for themselves, for their families, for their communities. And it's a source of encouragement to help women be reminded that despite the struggles, despite the heartache, despite the pain, we still lift our head up high, and even through the tears, because the logo, the lady has one teardrop, and even through the tears, we continue to smile. We fight to smile. So welcome to Reflections. So again, tonight, well, first, let me tell you what happened the last 2 weeks. I've been like really busy, but you know what? I'm just going to be honest. I had this weirdo who kept sliding into my DMs. I'm serious. And I was like, what in the world? And then, I've tried to be nice at first, and then I had a lot going on, so I wasn't responding. So then all of a sudden he started posting on my page. And I'm like, on my Facebook page, and I'm like, what in the world? What is going on? So I finally, did what I should have probably done a long time ago, and that was just block him. But it was just a trip. It was a trip, and going through that, and that's minor compared to some of the other things that are going on in life and things that other people are dealing with. It was minor, but it kind of had me a little aggravated. And in the midst of that, I did have two speaking engagements. I had one online. I was a speaker at an online high school graduation, and that was really cool. And then last week, was it last week? Everything's running together. Yes, it was last week. I want to give a gigantic, big shout out to Pasco Hernando State College and um, their student government, their student life organization. They invited me down for a workshop. And I tell you, we had a great time. We had a great time. So, shout out to the young people who are doing their thing, and I'm just so excited about the next generation and what they're doing. So with that, welcome. Let me see. Anybody here? Let me see if I have any comments. I think the only comment I have right now is me. I said hello and good evening, everyone. Anybody out there? Is anyone out there? Please drop a little comment and let me know that you're here tonight. But so tonight I just wanted to talk about, what are some of the things that prevent us ladies, us women, from accomplishing our goals. And I went online, of course, and I did a little bit of research to find out, what are some reasons that people in general don't accomplish their goals. Anybody have any idea? Anybody want to jump in to the conversation? Tell me why you think people don't accomplish their goals. Anybody? Why do people not accomplish their goals? Let me go on to Facebook, see if anybody's with me tonight. Anybody? Any reasons why you can think of why people don't accomplish their goals? Anybody? Because I'll tell you what the research shows, but I'm just wondering, does anybody have an idea? Anybody. Well, the research shows that people don't accomplish their goals because many times their goals are vague. They're just vague, they're not specific. They talked about some of the reasons people don't accomplish their goals is because they're procrastinators, or they don't see a higher purpose or a bigger purpose for the goals that they're trying to accomplish. They don't take responsibility, or here's one, they listen to negative people. Anybody ever get sidetracked, derailed for listening to negative people? And those negative comments and people can be your own family. They could be your spouse. They could be your kids. Your kids can say some things to you sometimes that will discourage you, or it could possibly discourage you if you allow it. But yeah, that one's a good one. Listening to negative people and negative comments. Here's one: starting too many projects. Now, I know for me, that is definitely me. I am. I'm not a switch tasker. I am a multitasker. And the switch tasking is when you stop doing one thing to do another. And I'm okay with switch tasking, but I'm really good at multitasking. That's, doing multiple things at the same time. And so I'll take on several projects and I'll be doing several things at the same time. And I don't necessarily think that that's a good thing. But I do know that that can get a lot of people, it can derail and it can sideline a lot of people. And that's just trying to get too many projects done at the same time. And therefore, you're missing deadlines, or you're missing key components of things that need to be done, missing engagements, and or you're not doing things to the best of your ability, just doing too many things. Anybody have any comments about any of that? How about being negative? And that's not just listening to negative people, but being negative with yourself, and reminding yourself about your past failures, and reminding yourself that, oh, well, I can't get this done. And oh, this is too hard, or I didn't get it done last time, and it will never happen to me. And I can't do this, the over and over that negative self-talk that will definitely bring you down. Hey, Chris, it's good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. That's my Spidey man. So, welcome. But tonight, Chris, we're just talking about those things that keep us from accomplishing our goals, that derail us or sideline us. And we're talking about how, some of our goals, they're just too vague. We're not specific. We don't, we'll say, oh, I'm going to lose some weight, or I'm going to gain weight. I'm gonna put on muscle, and it's not specific. It doesn't have a timetable. It doesn't have a plan. We talked about how not taking responsibility. Those are, some of the reasons why people don't accomplish their goal, or listening to negativity. And negativity, and some of the worst negativity comes from those who we love the most, be it our family, be it parents, be it our kids. Sometimes it's our instructors. Oh my gosh. Yes, it's true. Sometimes it's our instructors. How about we hang around people who don't accomplish their goals? That's one good way to not accomplish your goal is hang around people who don't accomplish theirs. Those are all excellent ways to not accomplish your goals. And the last thing that they said was too much TV or social media. So, thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. And those are all good. And these were, great. They were great reasons. But you know what? They missed some good reasons why people don't accomplish their goals. So I'm going to add in mine. So the first one that I wrote was lack of support. And especially, and again, of course, reflections is about the ladies. Men, take what you can, okay? Eat the watermelon, spit out the seed. But this is about the ladies. And ladies, oftentimes we have so many extra responsibilities, be it kids, be it the home, be it families. And many times we're trying to do things outside of the home that we need a support system in place. And support isn't, always financial. Support could just be, having some assistance with picking up the kids or dropping them off. I can remember one time when I needed to do some travel out of town, and my daughter was involved in extracurricular activities after school. And for me to go out of town meant that I'd had to have someone take her to school, pick her up from school, drop her off at gymnastics, either stay there for 4 hours while she practiced, and came back. I mean, stay there with her or drop her off and then come back. But make sure she had a meal in between that time. And then when picking her up after practice, then making sure she had her dinner and did her homework. And then, of course, bathe and go to bed, and then start that routine over again. And that was so much. That was so much. And I didn't realize how difficult it was until it was time for me to travel. And I was traveling for work. And so sometimes we just have that lack of support. And, or we don't know how to ask for help. These are some of the reasons that we can accomplish our goals, is because we don't have that support system in place. So I think that is, one thing that we need to do, or that we could do, that would help us accomplish our goal, is that when we're establishing the goal, we need to also establish the support we need to accomplish that goal. So that's lining up. If it's a babysitter, so be it. If it's, and it might not be a babysitter, maybe you're taking care of a parent, you're taking care of a sibling. I know grown people who have full custody of siblings, grown siblings. So making sure you're putting those systems in place. I think another thing, and anybody please jump in. Oh, wait a minute. I have Chris's. He said so much responsibility. It is, Chris. Sometimes, we have a lot of responsibilities as it is in life. And then we want to take on something else that becomes another responsibility, but then it's outside of our normal scope of duties and activities. So we have to, when we have these extra responsibilities, we have to put in place support systems so that we can accomplish those goals. I think it's also really important that we look at ourselves and find out and examine ourselves and ask, why didn't I accomplish this the last time? What was my setback last time when I tried to do this? And, we have to look at our history and find out, why didn't it work the last time? And then before we establish that goal, we go ahead and put some things in place so that when we come to that situation, it won't derail us this time, you know. And of course, I'm not talking about, just major setbacks, that you couldn't prepare for, like a pandemic, or, someone getting sick, terminally ill, and things like that. I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about the basic things that, you have a child, so you need childcare. Or, and sometimes it means that we have to hear something. We have to tell others, our dreams. Not everybody, but we have to tell others our dreams and goals. And you'd be surprised that there are people out there who want to see you make it. There are, and they, want to help to some degree. They want to help. So finding out, who's in your corner, who has your back, finding your set of cheerleaders. I'm a part of I was a part of this fitness program, and it was online. And we have a support group on Facebook, and it has like, oh my gosh, I don't know how many hundreds, if not thousands, of women in this support group. And I mean, somebody say, look, I did half the workout today. And I feel, I'm excited. I did half of it. And I mean, 50 women will cheer them on. It was just incredible. I made a post one time and I received 1,200 comments. Okay. So, it's just, so finding your support is not always in the people around you. You know, Sometimes we looked for the people around us to be our cheerleaders, and they are the ones who had something negative to say. So sometimes strangers are our biggest cheerleaders. And I'm going to take a sip on that one. Sometimes perfect strangers can give you more encouragement than those around you. And you have to be willing to be open. You have to be willing to be open. So I think, Facebook, they have so many groups, so many support systems out there now. It's so much that's available now that, didn't used to be. And you can tap into those things to find your support. Um, I think making ourselves a priority is another reason that we as women sometimes can accomplish our goals. Yep, making ourselves priority. Yep, because for some reason, women just going to the doctor, just going for their annual visit, is a struggle. Is a struggle. And, we have so many responsibilities, so many things that we're doing. But if we're not taking time to do the basic things to care for ourselves, then we can't be there for other people fully. We can't. So definitely, not taking care of ourselves and putting ourselves as priority is definitely something that can derail us and keep us from accomplishing our goals. Um, Especially caring teachers and professions who believe in you and see your potential. Yes, those are definitely support system. Yes, I definitely agree, Chris, because there are some wonderful people out there who want to see you make it, who want to see you win. I missed one of your other comments. Let me go back. You said that planning and setting your goals is the child. Let me put these on. Okay, there we go. It says planning and setting your goals is the seed for your success, and work in process to reaching your goals is the growth process. Absolutely. I could not agree more. Hey, Gerald. Hey, I see you. I see you. Thank you for jumping in. Thank you for joining. So, yeah, so we're talking to the ladies and talking about, what keeps us from accomplishing our goals. Yeah, I went online and I saw the regular stuff, about listening to negative people, hanging around those who don't accomplish their goals, and procrastinating. Yeah. That's all the regular stuff. But then these are some of the real things that keep us. These are the soft skill things that keep us from accomplishing our goals, like putting support systems in place, like making ourselves priority, like doing a self inventory. Yes, and acknowledging where we are weakest so that we know, and recognizing, at what point do we usually give up, or do we usually throw in the towel on that goal? Is it in weight management and we get to a certain point that we plateau and then we're mad and give up? Is it could be substance abuse of some sort. So then you find yourself, during certain times of the month, feeling more lonely, more vulnerable. And instead of setting up parameters or boundaries to protect yourself, we just fall back into our old habits. That could, and I said, substance abuse, but you know what? It could just be workaholic, and just continually working ourselves to death. Just work, work, work. And I tell you, ooh, I'm talking to myself. I am talking to myself because I sometimes fail to put boundaries around me. I do. I do. And we have to put ourselves first. We really do. Always want to try a new project. And for me, I'll say, oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. I want to try this. I want to try that. But you know what? Sometimes we just need to practice the art of sitting down. Hello. Practice the art of sitting down. Then we need to set ourselves up for success. We need to do a better job with setting ourselves up for success. And I think that definitely includes having some girl time. Yep, girl time. You got to take time to hang out with your girls. I don't care if your girls is your crew of 15 or if your girls is a crew of one and your girl might be your dude. Okay. But the bottom line is we have to take that time, that in the midst of accomplishing our goals and setting our priorities and moving forward and doing our to-do list and all of that, we still have to take time to have some fun. We have to take time. That's all a part of taking care of ourselves. So yes, free time is very important. um Rest is important. Rest is imperative because our bodies will shut down on us, especially, ladies, as we start the aging process. We have to, and the body start changing. We have to be mindful of those things. I think I talk about that every single week. That's because every single week something new happens in the body. Okay, woke up this morning, my right arm was itching. What in the world? It just itched. I mean, itched down to the bone. And I'm like, what in the world did I try? I don't, I use the same products, same soap, same products. So I can't imagine why my right arm itches the way it does. Okay. It's the craziest thing. Craziest thing. The bodies do funny things. But with all of that, ladies, I just want to, share a word of encouragement and let you know that you've got this. You've got this. We are women who fight for our smile. We accomplish our dreams. We fight for our goals, and we do amazing things. We do because we are amazing creatures. So, with that, I just wanted to, share a little insight and have a little dialogue about some things we can do to put in place so that we can stop derailing ourselves and stop sidelining ourselves. And I think really, it begins with us doing some self inventory and looking at why am I not accomplishing this goal yet again? And then putting some things in place, some boundaries in place, some support systems in place so that we can then move forward. So, that's my show for this evening. I do want to see if I can find my banner. I want to give a shout out to one of my girls, Regina. It is, she sells cupcakes. She bakes cupcakes and cookies and all that. And her products are phenomenal, phenomenal. And I want you to reach out to her. I have her information at the bottom. It's scrolling at the bottom, but Gina's cuisinecupcakes.com. They are delicious. My girl has been in business for herself for many years now. We used to work together many years ago in California, and she left that job and said, you know what, I'm going to do me and do what I enjoy doing. And she's doing a phenomenal job. And I love Regina, and I'm so excited for her. So, with that, please check out Gina's Cuisine Cupcakes. And if you're inclined, you can make a donation to Dr. Naita. There we are. There it is, to keep the show on, to so that I can provide resources to young people. Just like I went down to where did I go to? Pasco Hernando down in the Tampa area this week, and I was able to give away several books and things like that. But that's because you have assisted me in making donations, and that I can turn around and give back to the community. So with that, I appreciate you coming tonight. Thank you for being on the show. I appreciate you. And I will see you next week. I promise I will be here next week, and I'll see you all soon.